Hello and welcome to Morehead Today. Today's date is October 26, 2010. I'm your host, Gary Cornett. Thank you for joining us. On Morehead Today, we inform the citizens of Morehead about current events and projects occurring in the area, as well as highlight local artists and performers. You can contact Morehead Today by emailing moreheadtoday@gmail.com, and you can view previous episodes online at youtube.com/moreheadtoday. On today's show, we'll talk about the upcoming elections, and we'll have local artist Louis Magda in the studio. We also have local musician Jonathan Modaf here, and we'll bring you some upcoming activities in our community calendar. Please stay tuned. Welcome back to Morehead Today. Americans head to the polls next Tuesday, November 2nd, and there's a lot Round County citizens have to cast their vote on. On the national scene, the office of United States Senator from Kentucky is up for grabs as Jack Conway, the Democratic candidate, faces the Republican nominee Rand Paul. The race for the 5th Congressional District Representative consists of the incumbent Hal Rogers and Democratic nominee Jim Holbert. In the state legislature, John Will Stacy, the incumbent, will face Dr. Christian Weigel, an independent, for the 71st Representative District seat. Rocky Adkins, incumbent in the 99th Representative District, is unopposed. On a local level, the only nominee for Property Valuation Administrator is Carmen Eldridge Black, a Democrat. The office of County Judge Executive is up for election, and this race has incumbent Jim Nickel, a Democrat, pitted against former Judge Executive Clyde Thomas, running as an independent. Cecil Watkins, a Democrat, is the only nominee for county attorney, and Gene Bailey, also a Democrat, is the incumbent county clerk and is also unopposed. The Round County Sheriff's Office race features incumbent Democrat Jack Carter facing off against Republican Sean Stumpy Stump. Don Hall, former jailer and Republican, challenges the incumbent jailer Tim Bryant, a Democrat. For the office of coroner, John Northcutt, a Democrat, is unopposed, and Richie Newton, also a Democrat, is unopposed for the office of county surveyor. Round County has 4 magisterial races this fall. In the 1st District, Ray White is unopposed, and Douglas Vaughn is the only candidate for constable. Both candidates are Democrats. In the 2nd District, Jerry Flannery, a Republican, faces Democrat Darrell Glover. The constable race in that district has no candidate, but voters may write in. The 3rd District race has incumbent Troy Perkins, a Republican, pitted against Clifford Porter, a Democrat, and Larry Dotchie is the only candidate for constable. Dotchie is a Republican. In the 4th District, Harry Clark, a Democrat, is the only candidate, and there is no candidate for constable, but once again, voters may write in. There are some nonpartisan judicial ballots for Rowan, including Circuit Judge for the 21st Judicial Circuit, 1st Division, in which William Lane is the only candidate. For District Judge for the 21st Circuit, 1st Division, we have Willie Roberts facing Keaton Johnson. For the District Judge for the 2nd Division, Don Blair is the only candidate. For the office of Soil and Water Conservation District Supervisor, Sam Hughes and Willie Pennington are the candidates. The Round County School Board has 2 seats up for election this fall. Danny Mabry is unopposed in the 1st Educational District, and Bill Redwine is the only candidate in the 5th District. The Lakeview Heights City Government has elections this fall. David Bolt is the candidate for the mayor, and commissioner seats include Timothy Miller, Rodney Stanley, Sam Mason, Robert Camuel, and Mary McGrain. In Morehead, the mayoral candidates are David Perkins, the incumbent, and Larry Breeze. For City Council in Morehead, the candidates are Jan Bishop, Bruce Adkins, Bill Patrick, Al Baldwin, Glenn Teeger, and Tom Carew. That's a look at what Round County ballots will consist of next Tuesday. We're going to take a break, and later we'll have Louis Magda and Jonathan Modaf in the studio. Morehead Today will be right back.
Hi, I'm Coach Ballard of the Eagles. Just wanted to invite you guys out to Janes Stadium to fill this place up and help our guys out. We're really excited and we hope you guys join us.
Welcome back to Morehead Today. My guest in the studio today is Louis Magda, local artist. Thanks for coming in, Louis.
Oh, you're welcome.
Tell us a little bit about this series of landscapes you've been doing.
All right. Usually I get out in the fall because I love it when the trees turn and everything from yellow, orange, green, red, brown, and I love the fall. And what I do is called painting en plein air, which the French is basically outdoor on the scene. They usually take me about an hour, hour and a half. They're all local scenes. So this is Eagle Lake, right here up the hill. This is a barn down on Dry Creek Road, just below Tower Hill. And then this is on 3C Trail, some of the ridgetop farms down in the lower part of the county.
Fantastic. So I understand that you also paint some local musicians.
Well, I've started a series of old-time musicians. Here's a fiddle player, and that's the Morehead. And this guy, Stanley Hicks, he was a banjo maker. And let's see, this guy, his name is Harley Thomas, and he's a fiddle maker. And I've got stacks of canvases at home, so these are just samples of everything.
It looks like you pull a lot of influence from Kentucky-based things.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the local scenery, the mountains, and the musicians.
How long have you been painting?
Most all my life.
All right.
But I went to Morehead and got my master's degree here and a teaching certificate. And you have to, when you do this sort of thing, and I give drawing lessons, you have to constantly be drawing or painting or whatever, just like music or athletics or language or mathematics. It's something that you always have to work at.
I understand you explore a few other art forms too, like wood carving.
Yeah, I carve totem poles, and then I've got whittling carvings from this size all the way up to 10 or 12, 15 feet.
Fantastic. So how can the local musicians find you? You have a website, I understand, right?
Well, I really have to work on it, but it's louismagda.com. And another one I want to say, Hey David, and IDigBluegrass.com, and throw that one out there for you.
Alrighty, cool.
Anyway, and I'm also playing in the old-time string band at KCTM.
Exploring a little music, eh?
Yeah.
Is this a new venture for you, or is music something you've done for a while?
I've played harmonica ever since I was seriously 9 years old.
All right.
I probably had one as a toy before then, and I was playing blues at that time. So. Right
on. I'm a harmonica player myself. It seems like it's an instrument that not a lot of people like to touch on. It kind of gets forgotten about a lot.
Yeah. It's like anything else, any other musical instrument. It takes a lot of work, and I practice quite often. I try to get at least an hour a day. Sometimes I'll play 2 or 3 hours.
You got to stay on it if you're going to keep good.
Yeah, for sure.
So Louis Magda, ladies and gentlemen, the local artist and musician here in Morehead. I want to thank you for coming in, Louis.
Well, you're welcome.
And we'll be right back after a break.
Hi, I'm Coach Ballard of the Eagles. Just wanted to invite you guys out to Janes Stadium to fill this place up and help our guys out. We're really excited and we hope you guys join us.
Welcome back to Morehead Today. It's time now to check our Morehead Today community calendar for some upcoming local events. For that, we go to Shayla Minville.
Thank you, Gary. Here's a look at what's coming up in Morehead. MSU Theater's next main stage production will begin at the end of November. Medea by Euripides, as translated by Friedrich Raphael and Kenneth McLeish, will show November 30th through December 4th. Call the MSU Theater and Dance box office at 606-783-9308 or 783-2170. Mark O'Connor, a world-renowned American fiddler and Grammy Award recipient, will be coming to campus November 4th through the 6th for an artist residence in string. His residency coincides with the Virginia R. Harpham Honor String Orchestra's clinic for high school students. Public events include a fiddling and violin workshop on Thursday evening at 7 p.m. in the Kentucky Center for Traditional Music, a traditional music session on Friday evening at 7 p.m. in the Duncan Recital Hall, and a concert with the Virginia R. Harpham Honor String Orchestras on Saturday evening at 7:30 p.m. in Button Auditorium. The Morehead Theater Guild presents I'll Be Back Before Midnight, beginning on Thursday, October 28th at the Round County Arts Center. Showtimes are to be announced. Morehead State University's homecoming weekend is October 27th through the 30th. Wednesday evening at the MSU Farm there is a pig roast which will begin at 6 p.m. On Thursday, the homecoming parade will begin at 6 p.m. on Main Street. On Friday, on the third floor of MSU Adrian Dorian University Center, the MSU Alumni Association will host a reception beginning at 5 p.m. The homecoming banquet will follow at 7 p.m. in the Krager Room. On Saturday, tailgating will begin at 11 a.m. and the Eagles face off against the Jacksonville Dolphins at 2 p.m. in Jane Stadium. On Thursday, October 28th, the Forum on Culture, Politics, and Society will welcome the Beehive Design Collective for a presentation on dismantling monoculture, tales of ants and economics in the Americas. The presentation will take place at 7 p.m. in the Claypool Young Room 111. MSU's Office of Continuing Education is offering swing dancing lessons. Lessons are offered October 20th and October 27th and November 3rd and 10th from 6 to 7 p.m. in the Laughlin Gym Dance Studio. Cost is $40 per person or $50 per couple. Call 783-2975 to register. That's your Morehead Today community calendar for Tuesday, October 6th. I'm Shayla Minville.